We give you the facts, it's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
What am I drink? What am I think? You're listening to Popeye News Links. This is the Admiral Tibet who I represent, and remember, the time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. This is Popeye News Links.
Greetings viewers and subscribers. First up, in yesterday's video, I carried a story. I told you about the killing of that man on your screen and what might have led to his death. His name is Danandrew Demarley Marshall, but he was popularly known as Crackers or SWAT. At the end of the stories, I'm gonna let you hear an eyewitness to what took place. Trust me when I tell you, you're not gonna want to miss what this person has to say. Stand by for it. In the news today, detectives at the Westmoreland Sissoko office, they have arrested and charged that guy on your screen, and those are younger photos of him. His name is Oshane Thomas. He is 27 years old and he's from Grangeville in the parish of Westmoreland, but we are told that he's now living at Flankers in the parish of St. James. The allegations are that in March of this year, a 15-year-old schoolgirl who is living in the parish of Westmoreland, she was on her way to school. She went to the Savannah bus park about minutes to 8 o'clock in the morning to get a taxi to go to school. Oshane, he drove up in a black Toyota Voxy, posing as a taxi driver. He asked the girl if she was going to school and she told him yes and boarded the Voxy. Other passengers also boarded the Voxy. On the way, the other passengers came out of the vehicle, leaving the driver and another male in the vehicle. It is alleged that Oshane, he then drove into some bushes where he and the other guy, they forcefully had intercourse with this young girl without her consent. They then pushed her out of the vehicle in the bushes and drove away. The young girl, she walked out of the bushes and she was assisted by a motorist to the Morgansbridge police station where a report was made. Earlier this month, on Friday, May 10, the police, acting on intelligence, they went to the Savannah bus park where Oshane, he was held by the police. He was subsequently placed on an identification parade where he was positively identified. He was charged for rape and abduction and he'll be going to the courts shortly. Over in the parish of St. Ann, on Friday, May 10, a 13-year-old schoolgirl, she ran away from her home. As a result, a missing persons report was filed with the police. Her photo was also circulated on social media, including our Popeye News Links Facebook page. On the early morning of Sunday, May 19, about 5 o'clock, the police in St. Ann, acting on a tip, they carried out a raid at a house at Windsor Heights in the St. Ann's Bay area of St. Ann. The 13-year-old schoolgirl and a 35-year-old taxi driver, they were both found naked in his bed. The name of the taxi driver is Lorell Barrett. The police, they commenced investigations and Lorell, he was charged for having intercourse with a person under the age of 16 years old. So, he'll be going to the courts shortly. Boy, may I tell you. Now, yesterday morning, about 11 o'clock, a 17-year-old male student who attends the Waterford High School in Portmore, he had just completed exams and was about to leave the school. As he was going through the big gate at the front of the school, a black motorcar stopped at his feet. We are told that two hoodlums, armed with guns, they jumped out of the car. They took down the 17-year-old youngster, showed him a photo of two males and asked him if he knew any of them. The youngster said no, and the hoodlums, They proceeded to rob him and another male student of their cell phones and cash. They then boarded the car and drove away, making good their escape. Still in Portmore, this one took place yesterday afternoon. Monday, May 20, about minutes after 12 midday. It took place at an open lot near to the Portmore Mall. We are told that a 24-year-old customer service rep, he was walking in an open lot when a white Nissan AD wagon motorcar stopped along the roadway. Two hoodlums, armed with guns, they jumped out of the car, took down the man and proceeded to rob him of his iPhone, cell phone and 10,000 Jamaican dollars in cash. They then made good their escape in the said motorcar. Just like that. Now, listen this and listen carefully. Yesterday afternoon, Monday, May 20, a man, he went to the Withorn police station and he reported a case of threat against a guy. That guy who made the threat, his name is Clayton Gardner. He is 37 years old and he is living at Waterworks in the parish of Westmoreland. The man who made the report to the police, he told them that Clayton told him that he's gonna kill him and not even God nor the police can save him. The police, they took his report and they went with him to Waterworks to search for Clayton so that they could warn him not to carry out his threat. Clayton, he was not found. We are told that Clayton, he later saw the man and he used a knife to inflict some serious wounds to him because the man had the police looking for him. The man, he was rushed to the Savannah Lamar Hospital. The police, when they heard about the stabbing incident, they went back to Clayton's house where they searched for him, but again he was not found. We are told that one of Clayton's dresser drawer was opened. The front door of the house was also opened. It appears as if Clayton, he hurriedly took something out of the dresser drawer and hurried out of the house without locking the front door. So remember I told you that the man who was stabbed, he was being treated at the Savannah Lamar Hospital. Well, at minutes after 10 o'clock last night, the police, they received intelligence that Clayton, he was spotted at the hospital gate. As a result, a team of police officers, they hurried to the hospital. Clayton, he was seen wearing an orange-colored shorts and a dark-colored hoodie in the vicinity of the Savannah Lamar Clinic. On seeing the police, Clayton, he ran onto the clinic compound. He was chased by the police. We are told that Clayton, he pulled the gun from his waist and threw it on the roof of the building. He was held by the police and that illegal gun on your screen, it was retrieved by the police from the rooftop. It is a black and silver Firestar plus 9mm pistol. It was affixed with that magazine containing those 6 rounds. As a result, Clayton, he was arrested and charged by the police. So, if the intelligencers and the police were not vigilant, Clayton, he would have killed this guy like he threatened to do. And you know what? Maybe, just maybe, bystanders would be killed also. Intelligencers, big up on yourself. And officers, job well done. This next incident, it took place last night, Monday, May 20, about 9 o'clock. It took place at Fish River Road in the Lagoon area of Hanover. We are learning that a 31-year-old guy, popularly known as Flipper, he was at home alone in his bedroom when he heard his room door being kicked off. As a result, he hid under his bed. Gunshots were then fired into the house. When the shooting subsided, Flipper, he realized that he was shot. He received gunshot wounds to his right leg and his left thigh. The police, they were called and they assisted him to a nearby hospital where he was treated and admitted. We are told that when the police processed this crime scene, 5.40 spent shells were recovered from the scene. We are also learning that a 57-year-old man, he was also shot and injured in the same Fish River area about a few minutes after 9 o'clock last night. That man, he received gunshot wounds to his left hand. Details into that incident is sketchy, and as soon as we get the information, we are going to be updating this story. Stand by for that. But the mayhem. Now, this next incident, it took place Sunday night, May 19, about 10:30. It took place at Burke Road in the Old Harbour area of St. Catherine. Listen this now, listen this. A pastor. Her name is Denise Campbell. She's said to be in her mid-40s. Her husband, his name is Kenneth Washington. Earlier this month on May 8th, Kenneth, he celebrated his 57th birthday. Kenneth was a bishop at his wife's church and they both lived at Burke Road in Old Harbour. We are learning that Sunday night, the bishop and his pastor wife, they returned home from church. While they were at home, an argument developed between both of them. This argument, we are told, was over the password for the computer in the house. It is said that the pastor/wife, she started pleading the blood of Jesus against her husband/bishop. The husband/bishop, he went into the kitchen and picked up a machete. He came back to where his wife was and he started swinging the machete at her. As a result, he chopped her on her right hand, causing a wound. We are told that after he chopped his wife, he ran outside. On reaching outside, the bishop/husband, he collapsed, fell and remained motionless. The police, they were called and they took him to the Spanish Town Hospital where he was officially pronounced DEAD. We are told that a post-mortem examination will be done to ascertain what exactly is the cause of his death. The blood of Jesus. Boy, may I tell you. Now, this next incident, it took place early yesterday morning, Monday, May 20, about 1:30. It took place at Argyle Mountain in the Betheltown police area in the parish of Westmoreland. We are learning that a guy, his name is Anthony Evans, but he was popularly known as AJ or Pantyman. He was 23 years old and he was living at Argyle Mountain. We are told that Pantyman, he was inside his one-room boardhouse with his girlfriend. The entrance door for the house, we are told that it was left open when 3 hoodlums, armed with guns, they walked up to the veranda and shouted out, "Police! Police!" We are told that the female, she hid under the bed and Pantyman, he got up and he walked to the door. The hoodlums, they then opened gunfire at Pantyman, hitting him to his upper body. He fell to the ground and the hoodlums, they then made good their escape on foot in the area. Pantyman, he died on the spot. The police, they were called and when they processed this crime scene, 5 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. The mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button as also. Hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we drop a new video, you will be one of the first to be notified. This next incident, it took place last night, Monday, May 20, about 7 o'clock. It took place at Repasta in the Salt Spring area of St. James. Our information is that a guy, his name is Isreal Hemmings, but he was popularly known as Marley. At the end of last month, on April 30, Marley, he celebrated his 23rd birthday. We are told that Marley, he was at his home sitting on the veranda while a female was inside the house watching television when a number of hoodlums, armed with M16 rifles and handguns, they approached the house. Marley, he saw the hoodlums and he ran off inside the house. We are told that Marley, he shouted to the female in the house to run. Marley, he was in the process of trying to close the grill to the side entrance of the house when the hoodlums, they opened a barrage of gunshots at him, hitting him to his left side and his left foot. The female, she ran through the back door and jumped into bushes where she attempted to hide. The hoodlums, they heard the noise and they saw the female. One of the hoodlums, he went after the female and caught up with her. We are told that this hoodlum, after asking her a few questions, he told her to run and spared her life. The hoodlums, they then made good their escape. The police, they were quick on the scene and they rushed with Marley to the Cornwall Regional Hospital where he was rushed into surgery. But at 10 minutes to 8 o'clock last night, it was all over. Marley, he died whilst he was being treated. We are told that when the police processed this crime scene, 7 M16 and 4 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. The mayhem continues. And now, as promised, yesterday I carried a story and I told you about the killing of that man on your screen. His name is Danandrew Demarley Marshall, but he was popularly known as Crackers or SWAT. He was a 37-year-old sound system operator and he lived at Cops in the parish of Hanover. Now, I had reported that my information was that Crackers, he was amongst a group of guys who was involved in an argument with some other guys. An eyewitness is saying, and I saw it go. That eyewitness is saying that Crackers, he was not involved in the argument. This eyewitness is telling us exactly what took place. Listen to this.
So 2 men from Montego Bay, along with their girlfriend, came to the river, not the part where the rafting is, but a part where our restaurant is. So they came to the river to relax. Anyways, this guy named Stammer, he works on the river. Apparently he went home and was on a rush to get back down there by the river. So he lives in Cops. So he was rushing to get back down by the riverside to see if he could get more work. And the markets, the two men in the market were turning at a gate around the road. Anyways, him come down with badness. I tell him to hurry up and come out to the cloth road and whatever, and take time and turn. So he was close to the car. Anyway, the car got kind of close to him, but he not touch him, so him start say, "See, you want to lick me off of my bike and whatever." So the man in the car said, "Why would I want to lick you off of your bike and I don't know your brother? We don't have nothing. Why would I really want to do that? Ease yourself, son." The one named Stammer now, him get heated. Man them part them car, him get heated and hear badness him a talk about him a go shoot on him or this and that. Take out his knife and go stab the boy and all sort of something. One of him cousin come down and squash it because him cousin know the man them, the jolly markets come, and also then come over to just chill out with them girlfriend or something. And cousin squash him. Him now, left from one of the restaurant, go in a little square. And he reach a little square and go for the other two brother. The one that get chat named Omar, him come from Darliston. He newly come a little about a week now. Him come from Darliston. So him brother named Ryan and Omar jump in at them bus, jump in at the step wagon, go to the restaurant, go attack the two man in the market, stab them up, chop up them car and all sort of something. The man must say run left their woman. So the people that want to come to now start say they shouldn't do that. A foolish system of one with and all these things and whatever. But because they have two little pie, they claims I'm a bad man or whatever. So the same step wagon now, after the markets left, them drive behind the markets and go out the road. But they came round, they went Montpellier, they went Anchovy, go Montpellier, and come back round through Junction, come back Cops and come back Leety. When they come back at Leety now, this guy named Crackers, he's from Cops, but normally there's a match that keeps in Leety on Sundays, the night match. Crackers was there to attend the match. Ryan now, who always drive the bus, see Crackers and asked him to go Anchovy go buy some gas. Apparently he went to Anchovy, and when him go Anchovy, gas station locked, so him call him and tell him say gas station and Anchovy locked, then tell him to go man take a beer. When him go down Long Hill, apparently the man them did a come back and spot the bus. And it's like maybe them turn around and go back down Long Hill behind it and shoot it up. So it was the three brothers who was in the altercation with the men in the markets. And the three brothers them attack the man in the markets. The man them in the markets. And was trying to attack the females, but the females them not go in the same restaurant where the car was parked, the market was parked. I don't know how the females them reach home after. But Crackers was an innocent man, didn't know nothing about what was going on or what went on, then just see him and beg him go buy gas. And he went. So Crackers died innocently. So Omar that was in the bus front, he was the one who jumped and kicked the man. Jumped and kicked the man under his throat on the markets. Kick him down, box him down, all kind of something. So you know, so them man they went to retaliate. So I don't know what them did I think about. Then just mess with the wrong people them. Because those boys are troublemakers in Leafy. Them ever have trouble with other people. So them are the troublemaker. And one time or two times they make trouble. Them always make trouble. And then they come from Leafy. They are from Darliston. They did something in Darliston after when they come to Leafy. So I don't know what the other brother when him Omar do. But from where they him end up a Leafy and him there from about a week now.
The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Papa Newslink and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Rude boy them knock out can't take, but me want me country back. Give me country back. To the street and the lane. bloodshed, what a shame, what a shame. But me want me country back, give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica, the land of the sun. Jamaica become now